thing's starting to give me headaches. Welcome back to the Don B channel. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to be installing a new part for my 87 Mustang GT here. And I got a new set of electric fans for the radiator and also a new thermostat housing. So I'm going to explain exactly what we're going to be going with. I do have an electric fan on my car currently. I'm going to tell you why I am going to be switching it out. But this part here is something that I have not seen around on YouTube especially. It's a kit of electric fans from a company called American Volt. American Volt specializes in electric cooling fans for almost any application. They have a bunch of different sizes, a bunch of different CFM ratings, a bunch of different ways that you can control the fans from kicking on. They have thermostat switch versions. They also have relay versions. They have a bunch of different things that will work, and they're relatively inexpensive. I believe I paid $80 for these. These are the 12-inch versions. They are rated for 2,500 CFM each, which is really cool. And also it comes with the wiring that you need, a relay, and all the different, also a probed temperature sender and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really, really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this for you here and see what comes in the kit from American Volt. This is everything that comes from American Volt. You have a bunch of different options on their website. Be sure to check them out if you're looking for a fan setup. But I got the dual 12-inch fan kit here. And as you can see, it comes with the fans, of course. It comes with two of these setups here. This is a 12-inch fan. It can be used as a pusher or a puller. The way that it comes from the factory, it is actually a puller fan. And if you wanted to switch it up to a pusher, it's really easy to do. You just swap out the you just reverse the motor and turn the fan blades around. Really cool stuff there. It also comes with a wiring harness along with a inline fuse, a relay, a temperature probe. This is actually what's going to read the temperature of your coolant. Also your ring terminals, alligator clamps and stuff along those lines. And of course instructions. For the fans themselves, they actually mount to the radiator using some pull-through straps. Comes with the necessary feet, foam pieces for protecting the rows. And also has the mounting feet for the actual for the fans themselves. Really cool stuff here. So it's a nice complete kit from American Volt. One additional piece I did purchase here. This is from LMR, and I actually recommend if you guys are going to do an electric fan and are using a temperature probe, pick up a new thermostat housing. And the reason I purchased this is because it has a drilled and tapped in 3/8 NPT fitting already for the water jacket here. So it's a good idea to go ahead and pick up one of these. You can drill and tap out your stock one if you'd like, but this one's already done. It doesn't cost that much, and again, you can pick these up from LMR. Alright, and of course this also comes with a new thermostat gasket as well. As you can see here, so we'll go ahead and use that. But yeah, I definitely recommend picking one of these up if you're doing a temperature probe mounted where it actually reads the coolant. I think that's a more accurate way to have the fans kick on when it actually reaches the temperature. Okay, so that's everything here. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get things ready to go to install this on my 87 Fox. Alright, full disclosure, I ended up not using this setup. Keep watching and you'll see why. Okay, so as you can see, I got the radiator laying on the table here, and you can already see my dilemma. These 12-inch fans are actually more like 14 inches total in length. And one fan will fit perfectly fine on here. The other hangs off by a good 4 inches. So I'm probably not going to be able to run two 12-inch fans, but I do happen to have an extra fan laying around here, and it is a 10-inch fan that came from American Volt as well. The 10-inch fans move 2,000 CFM versus the 2,500 that the 12-inch do. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up here and mock it up, and we'll see what's going on. So this should have been a sign from the get-go that things were not going to be going well for me on this point. But this isn't even the major issue that came up. But as you can see here, it did work fitment-wise a little bit better with a 12-inch and a 10-inch fan. Both these fans were from American Volt. But again, this wasn't the major issue. That was still to come. Alright, just a quick sneak preview of what it looks like in the car. As you can see here, actually looks like it goes in there pretty well. But yeah, you can see it still gives me plenty of clearance with the accessory drive and of course the turbo kit itself. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get the old thermostat housing off here. right there. And then we'll prep the new one, and I'll show you guys the steps to get that prepped, and we'll be good to go. Thermostat housing off, it's pretty simple. You know, loosen this hose clamp down here, and then remove these two bolts. It can be a little tricky because of the timing cover and stuff like that, but not too bad. Alright, I'll go ahead and get this taken off. Alright guys, for this next step here, we're going to go ahead and take our new thermostat housing out. And what we want to do is make sure that this edge right here is not smooth, because then you can still have possible leaks. And a lot of the aftermarket chrome housings seem to have this issue because they're too smooth. So we're looking at some casting marks here. There is some, which is good, and a little bit of casting flash inside here. So what I'm going to do is take some 80 grit sandpaper. Now, I don't need to go to town on this thing, but just rough it up, cross hatch it and everything, so that way our RTV has something to sink into, and this thing has something to bite into when it's sealed back up into the lower intake manifold. And then after that, we'll put the new probe in, and we'll get this thing ready to go back into the car. So I'm just going to rough this up real quick. The new thermostat housing on, it's nice and snug on there, got it tightened down. Now before I add coolant back into it, I'm going to let that RTV tack up. I just used some thermostat and water pump RTV. Nothing special, you can get that anywhere, any parts store. Now I got to get this little L hose back on. This little doodad here, and this thing can be a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that real quick now that everything's secure. So this may take me a minute. Hopefully it'll go on with ease. I just sprayed some silicone spray down into there, so hopefully it just slides on to the hose. So we'll see what happens. Fill up the radiator here, and we'll do a 50-50 mix. Get her all filled up, and then we'll burp it out. Fans kicked on, but they won't turn off. This car's already cooled. See my coolant temperature here. It's at 170. It seems to be holding around 165 to 170. And the fan should have kicked off already. I don't know why they're not turning off. Full operating temperature. I mean, this has got 180 thermostat in it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Car's running just fine, but it won't. The fans won't turn off. This thing's starting to give me headaches. So the fans turn on, but they don't turn on at the temperature that the probe says that it's meant for, and they don't cool for crap. So the temperature got up to close to 200, kind of teeter around there. Then if you let it idle, it would just creep up. Fans were at full bore, hardly moved at all. So I don't recommend American Volt for any major cooling fans. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. You know, full disclosure for you guys. If you guys are looking at electric fans, you may want to look into something else. I'm going to try to make the Ford Escape fan work that was on my car originally. They actually seem to move way more air, and when I turn on the second fan, I may try and wire it up to where both fans come on at the same time, and that way they can turn off when they're supposed to. So we're going to work with that. Luckily, the way I installed the harness and everything, it's all serviceable. It can all just come right back off here. So alright guys, that's going to do it for this video here, and unfortunately it didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but you know, hey, sometimes that's just the way it is. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. This is more like it. I reinstalled my escape fans and wired up a new controller, fan controller, and it works, and it works great. Kicks on at 195, pulls it down to 185. All it takes it a couple seconds, well, probably about a minute to cool it down that much. I went ahead and resealed the fans to the shroud and cleaned it up a little bit, made it look a little nicer. I'm happy. Take a look. Okay, so it's at 192 now. You can see the coolant temperature. We'll have it stay here. Yeah, we're getting close to that 195. There it is, 195. Fans kick on. Yeah. All right, now let's watch this temperature go down. Looks like it climbed up to one. Oh, it's already dropping. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah. These fans are doing some work. I can't believe it. I thought these fans were not the right CFM, but I was way wrong. Look at that. There we go. This thing is just moving. Now again, I have a 180 thermostat in this car. Look at that. Man, it's moving quick. $185. And the fans turn off. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted. So out of all the frustration with those fans right there, I now have some functioning fans where they kick on at the temperature I wanted, and I am so happy about that. Okay, I need to clean this area up. I've been making a mess all day. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay away from American Volt electric fans. They may work for like your lawnmower or something, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.